so now let me ask you, how do you feel being empowered? Drop it in the chat, right? This is your power start. How do you feel being empowered? You feel free. How do you feel you feel powerful? How do you feel being empowered? How do you feel right now? Blessed, right? Successful. Come on, keep going. Keep going. I want to know how you feel right now being empowered, even if whether you push the button at night tonight, right? Just the mindset and the thought process that you're going to be able to do it. Just the reality that you're going to be able, right? I see encouraged. I see thankful for the opportunity to be part of the movement. I see grateful, in control. I see educated. I see great. I feel powerful. I feel uplifted, right? You feel like you have options, okay? And I'm asking you this for a reason. So I want everybody on this line, if you feel anything, whether this is your first call or not, I feel ready. There we go. A supercharged. There we go. I don't care if it's your first call or if it's your 20th call. If you've been on here for a year, if you've been doing this with us consistently, how do you feel about being empowered? How do you feel about the opportunity? How do you feel about you just really being able to take control of your life? Optimistic, educated, ready, yes. So I'm asking you that for a reason. Empower. I'm asking for a reason. You see potential, fantastic. Now, for you all to feel that way, whether I push the button tonight or not, right? Whether I did or not, I want you to understand what the Power Start is all about. This is Be Your Own Bank. Let me help you understand what Be Your Own Bank is. Be Your Own Bank is the largest economic empowerment movement in the history of mankind. So what does that mean? That means that it's a mindset shift. That means that this is a philosophy. That means that this is a concept. That means that we're empowering people around the world. That is what this means. It means that shifts are changing, right? And I thought about that earlier, as I was driving, and I'm sitting there because we see people consistently, whether you understand, because my daughter last night, they have to read so much, and the book she chose was about voting, right? It was about women having a right, and it talked about the progression of voting, and that's the book she chose to do they have to do like a storyboard on it every week. But that's the book. I vote, you vote, right? That's the book that she chose to do it on. And it really got me to thinking, because it talked about the progression and the movement that got to the point where we all have the opportunity to vote now. Where we started from, where it was a small selection of the population. And then because of movements, because people didn't mind getting out there, people didn't mind opening their mouths, people didn't mind having conversations, people didn't mind standing up for what's required and what's needed, there was a shift that took place. There was a change that happened. There was a manifestation that happened. And I want you to understand the power you have in your hands right now, right? This is a movement. We're in a movement. And when you think about it, nobody ever said when we were growing up, I want to trade. Nobody in our generation, because it's been financial blinders, because it's been hidden in plain sight, because we didn't know. Do you hear Miss Anderson when she said she traded for the military? Even when that was happening, I didn't know that's what was happening because of the blinders that they keep on you, right? There was no promotion in that. There was no additional, there was no compensation additionally for that. Whether I would have been popping a tent or trading for the military, my pay would have been the same. So I want you to understand what you have in your hands, the power, because this is a trend. We are shifting lives right now. That's what's happening. Lives are changing because we just got exposed to this. We have individuals on this call that's already achieved success in their lives. You have an individual on this call that's an institutional investment banker, owner, right? I was a financial advisor. This is being a financial advisor, and I'm the one that sat down with your retirement plan. But yet, here we are. You know, you got a finance doctor. Here we are having the same conversation. And I want you to understand the point I'm making right now. Because we didn't grow up saying I want to trade. We didn't grow up saying I want to look at the charts, but our children do. Our children do, because that's what a movement is all about. You see, we're not here, and tonight I want you to understand, you're going to understand the compensation plan. This is part two, right? This is part two. But you're also going to understand the movement. You're going to understand why this is so important and the power of duplication and how you hit and how you reach those 2 million strong. That's what you're going to understand tonight. You're going to understand the power of your voice. So if we didn't grow up saying, oh, this is what I want to be. So just imagine, right? You're learning a skill set. Just imagine you're walking in change. Just imagine you have a ship, right? So imagine with the things that we used to grow up saying, or the things that you hear some people grow up saying right now. When I hear my daughter say, Mom, I'm going to trade, or Mom, I'm going to get money, or when she tells me she wants something, right? She tells me she wants something, and she used to tell me, just swipe that card. Just get one of those things out of your wallet, right? Because they don't understand where money comes from. But now she tells me, Mom, how much money do we have in a Dyer household, right? How much money did you get out of the charts today? How much money do we have? Can we just buy it, right? So even at 7, her mindset is changed. Even at 7, there's a shift that's taking place, because she's going from just swipe your card. She's having conversations at 7 about wealth. She's asking me about how much does a house cost? She's asking me questions about, well, would I be able to buy it in cash? Would I be able to do this? So when you understand the movement that you're a part of, when you understand the shift that's happening, right? You understand the change that's taking place. You understand those things. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what you're a part of right now. So when we talk about, right, when I ask you, are you a billionaire? When I ask you, right, when I ask you, are you wealthy? Right? When I ask you those things, Maria, are you a billionaire? Are you wealthy? Are you a change agent? Right? That's what I want to know tonight. Are you those things? Because you have to see it before you can see it. And I want you to understand what a change agent is. So I'm gonna talk about a few things that you got to tap into as we dive into this conversation tonight. You must, beyond a shadow of a doubt, have a compelling why. You must have a goal. You must get attached to your goal. You must understand your vision. You must understand where you're going. And you see, when we're walking through this process, I want to give you an example. Let me give you an analogy, because I have somewhere to go. Okay. So when I'm having a conversation, tell me yes, tell me no, tell me quick, because I got to go. I have somewhere to be. And I want you to think about when you're like your children, or you're going somewhere, you have a deadline. It's somewhere I have to be at 5 o'clock. It's somewhere I have to be on time. So we backwards plan. I'm leaving the house at this time. We need to be ready to go. If you are not ready, right? If you are not ready to go with me, then I leave you. If I'm gonna leave my children, then I'm gonna leave them, right? So I'm going to leave them. And I want you to understand that that's how you have to be. I'm going to tell you, hey, let's go. We have to be there. I have somewhere to go. I have somewhere to be. You're coming with me or you not? So when I tell you to be ready at 3 because I have to be there at 5, when I tell you it's time to go because I have somewhere to go, either you're coming with me and we're going to enjoy the journey, or you're not. I'm not going to miss my opportunity, because today I need you to shift. Because so many of you all miss your opportunity because that person wasn't ready to go. So many of you all miss your opportunity because you weren't ready to shift. They weren't ready to go, right? I'm going to tell you, I used to go through this all the time with my son going to church. And we as like, let's go. We need to be ready to go at 9. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. Mom, I'm in the car waiting. Mom, I'm coming. Mom, I'm coming. Mom, I'm coming. I will leave you and watch you be grounded. If I leave you, you grounded because we have somewhere to be. We have somewhere to go. That's how I need you to get attached to your vision. That's how I need you to get attached to your vision. That's how I need you to get attached, because what happens is we sit and we wait. Now I'm late. I got my timeline is pushed back because he taking 10 minutes a shoe to put on. So if they don't see it, they can't grasp it, they don't get it, you have to keep moving. Your vision, can you see your why? Do you understand? When I hear my daughter ask me about buying a house, when we're riding, right? When we're, yes, 10 minutes to shoe, I'm telling you. When we're riding, right, down the street, and she's asking me about wealth possibilities, and she's talking about things that she's gonna own, and she's talking about things that wasn't her conversation before. That was not my other children's conversation when they were that young. But a shift has happened. So I'm not waiting on you. Let's go. Come with me. So what you're doing, when I say you're a change agent, but I need you to see your vision. I need you to get attached to your compelling why. Why does this have to work for you? What is it, right? Why does this have to work? What has to transpire? What has to shift right now that this is going to work? And that burning desire is going to keep you going no matter what obstacle hits you. That burning desire is going to keep you focused no matter what obstacle comes your way, right? That burning desire, we get caught up in motivation. Let me help you. We think that it's all about motivation. Motivation is an illusion. Motivation is a distraction. Because if you think you got to be motivated, guess what? The same way who took a bath this morning, right? Shower, a bath, cleansed themselves somehow. Are you gonna tell me that it's good for tomorrow? Are you gonna tell me that you don't need another one tomorrow? No, it's so you have to rejuvenate yourself every single day. But yet, so we think we motivation is the same way. The same way I need a new bath, you're gonna need some new motivation. Motivation wears off. Your bath wears off, motivation wears off. But you have somewhere to go. And that burning desire, no matter how you feel, that burning desire, no matter what you're thinking, that burning desire, no matter what's transpiring, is what's gonna keep you focused on your vision. Because help me, life is gonna happen. It is. But what happens when life happens? What do you do when life happens? If you're attached, right? If you're attached to your vision, if you're attached to your destination, if you're attached to your compelling why, nothing, and I mean nothing, is going to stop you. Nothing, absolutely nothing. And your commitment, right? Your mindset principles, this is your commitment. Your commitment is what's there. Your commitment is what pushes you through. Your commitment to yourself. And see, I heard it. When we say, oh, it's selfish for me to think about me. How is that selfish? That's what society has taught us. It's not selfish. It's required. It's required for you to make sure you're taken care of. It's required for you to make sure you're healthy. It's required for you to make sure, because if I don't have all of me, then what good am I in a hospital, right? What good am I in a hospital? What good am I if I'm not at the best of my best? What good? How can I help you financially if I'm broke? If I'm broke, busted, and disgusted, how can I fund anything? I can't even how can I get around? How can I do anything, right? So we want to make sure that we have to commit to us. When they're on the airplane, they don't tell you put this on the children, do this, do that. They tell you to put it on yourself. And you have to be coachable. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt somebody. Coachable. Follow the yellow brick road to success. And I say that because so many of us have been successful in our own right. So many of us have been successful in our own careers and in our own paths. But you see, every coach has a coach, every mentor has a mentor, every leader has a leader, right? We have to humble ourselves and submit to someone else's leadership, no matter what you have done. I've had over 800 soldiers under my command at one time. I've had over 800 people that I've been responsible for. I've been responsible for millions and billions of dollars worth of equipment. I've been responsible for the Iraqi drawdown, will be a big critical role into that drawdown. I've been responsible for the largest land-based city in the continental United States. But what does that mean? This is not where I had success before. This is not where I walked in excellence. But yet, I was connected to someone who has. So that meant that I had to humble myself. I had to humble myself and accept the guidance, the mentorship, the coaching, and follow the yellow brick road. You see, this is where either your ego, right? I'm no joke, ha, 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 thank you. But this is where we're either gonna walk in ego, pride, or we're gonna walk in excellence. Being coachable is what is going to sting. Because so many of us want to recreate the wheel and do it our way. How many of y'all, we the book, your first year in network marketing, right? How many of you all have read the book? How many of you all have gotten the book? Right? There are 6 books on there that are foundational books. But that book I'm speaking to, because what you're a part of right now is a system. It's a system of success, and it's a system that works. So sometimes we have to download. See, I've had success in another company. I've done things a different way. The way this is that we didn't do it this way. But guess what? If I can walk into this with, well, this isn't how we did it, and this isn't, then why am I still not there? Right? Then I should be there walking in that success. I should be there walking still with that company. I should be there walking through that. But I'm not, I'm here. I'm having a conversation. So what we're talking about now is economic empowerment. You see, what they were talking about was recruiting. What I'm talking about is exposing, because we don't recruit. Help me help you understand. We don't recruit. We're exposing you, because recruiting makes it about me. I was an Army recruiting commander, right? It was about us. It was about the military. It was about what we're doing. That's what it was about. It wasn't about you. If you didn't enlist, I'll get somebody else. If you didn't enlist, I just needed some numbers. If you didn't do it, I'm going to make my mission. You're not going to stop my mission. But you see, right now we're exposing, because you're the one going to benefit. You're the one that's going to walk in excellence. You're the one that's going to walk in 6 figures. That's what you're going to do. So I'm here to shift. We're here to change legacies. We're here to change lives. You see, that's what's different. That's what it changed. And in that last part of your mindset is your belief. What do you believe to be true? Do you believe you can do it? Do you believe that it's 6 figures in 6 months? Do you believe that you're a change agent? Do you believe that we have your best interest at heart? What is it that you believe to be true? Because if you have any doubt, any reservations, any hesitations, then that's what the energy you're going to give off. You know, when we tell you that, you say, no, that's not true. But if I talk to you about a dog, y'all, I just had an allergy attack for 2.5 weeks behind being around a dog. But yet, he was sitting there calm and collected, calm and collected, calm and collected. But he smelled my fear. He smelled my fear from across the room. He wasn't looking at me. He was not. See, have you ever heard that a dog can feel the energy? They can feel your fear. They can feel it. And that's what's going to make them react. Well, he felt it, because I know what they do to me. I know I would go into an allergy attack. I know I'm allergic. I know I'm scared. I cannot be around them. And he felt that from across the room. He tensed up. His hair stood up. He looked. Do you understand that people feel you? They don't hear what you say. They feel what you say. So why is it we believe that about a dog, but we don't believe that about ourselves? We don't believe that about other individuals. We won't believe that. And so I'm here to tell you, you have to be all the way committed. You have to be all the way in. You have to be all the way into your success, all the way into knowing that you can do this, all the way in. So mindset principles, compelling why, burning desire, commitment, coachable, and belief. How many do you have? Let me get a 555 in the chat if you're walking in all 5. You can see your vision. You have a burning desire, right? You're going to push through no matter what, right? You are committed to you. You're coachable, coachable, right? And belief, all five. So let's dive in. Let me help you understand exactly what it means. Because last week we talked about the compensation plan, because it's a nice compensation plan attached to this. Okay, it is. But I want you to understand the simplicity behind it. So take a look at this, okay? You, yourself, I'm gonna walk you through this busy slide. I got you. You are a BYOB change agent. Challenge accepted. Who accepts the challenge to be their own bank? Let me get a 777 in the chat. Let me get a 777 in the chat. If you accept the challenge to be your own bank, right? 777. We accept the challenge to be our own bank. Now, I see it. We have so many of you all BYOB wealthy individuals on this line. So many of you all. Now, when we talk about a list and we talk about exposure and we talk about being a change agent, when we talk about there's a power sort, we're sorting for 5. It's a power sort, okay? We already know everybody's not gonna do it. We already know everyone is not ready to receive it. We know that. Some people like to complain. Some people are comfortable where they are. Some people are comfortable being uncomfortable, and that's okay. I'm okay if you're okay. But the reality is I just asked you how you felt at the beginning of this call. Now, how would you feel being responsible for someone else feeling that same way? How elated would you be if you could be responsible for someone else experiencing that same thing, right? Wouldn't it feel great? Wouldn't you feel empowered? Wouldn't you feel like you've made a difference? Wouldn't you feel like you've impacted someone's life? Wouldn't you feel like you've helped them get out of a rat race, a hole that they've been living in, right? Drop it in the chat. Wouldn't you feel that? Wouldn't you feel great? So just think about it. The power sort, that's 5 families. 5 families. So it's 5 families' lives, but you don't know who's going to say yes. You don't know who's going to receive this information. So the reality is, that's where the list of 100 comes in. That's where the names come in. That's why that's important. But it's 5 people that are going to be empowered, right? This is a representation of everybody on this call. It's 5 families, 5 people. Challenge accepted, right? Exactly. Strive for 5. Strive for 5. Because once I do that, now I'm going to help you do the same thing. This is the power of duplication. So now you help this family, right? Find 5 families. This family, you help this family empower 5 people, 5 families. That is what you do. 5 families' lives are being changed. So you help those 5. So I help each one of them do the exact same thing. This is not about me going to get people. That's not what this is. This is about me being a change agent. This is about 2 million strong. This is about lives being changed. And I want you to understand the power. And then you help each one of those families get 5. Change 5. Shift 5 lives. Now let's talk about the results. This is how your organization grows at an astronomical rate. Because if you're responsible for doing all of the work and changing all of the lives, do you think, let's just have a real conversation. Do you think that I personally can talk to and shift the lives of 2 million people? Me, Tasha Monique Dyer, the Trade Whisperer? No, absolutely not. No, I cannot. Even just think about it, right? I created the BYOB cash out strategy. It's copywritten. I taught it. I teach it. But you hear Miss Anderson. Some of you respond to her voice that haven't responded to mine. But yet I created it. Yet it's God breathed through me. but yet you respond to her voice. It's the same way. It is absolutely no way, right? It's absolutely no way that I, myself personally, am going to reach the 2 million. It's absolutely no way that I'm a movement all by myself. That's a song, but we're going to delete it. No, that's not in the playlist. Okay? You are not a movement by yourself. This is not the song that goes in the playlist. Okay? Delete it today, right now. You are not a movement by yourself. We are a movement together. We are empowered together. Empower people, empower people. That is what we are. That is where the shift comes. That is where the change happens. So now let's look at this. This is your organization. You help 5, right? You help 5. You help those 5 change 5s. Now it's 25, right? 25 families being empowered through your organization. They go out and do the same thing. Look at how this number multiplies, right? 125. Now 625, because we're continuously doing the same thing. So here we are with 625 families being financially educated and impacted. And I'm gonna walk you through what that means in just a moment. I'm gonna walk you through the power behind that in just a moment. But just imagine 600. So just think about how this movement got started. We had a visionary, a gentleman by the name of Mr. Gerald D. Rogers. That was one. He had a conversation that made 2. So now you have 2. There's another conversation. Then there comes 3, right? And so these conversations, myself, he had a conversation with me, a conversation with Dr. Blythewood, right? These conversations, I went to work on his vision. But these conversations is how we are now at 2 million strong. These conversations, that one conversation, see, is multiplication. It's called duplication. So now there's voices. There's a shift. BYOB is known in the United Kingdom. BYOB is known in Africa. BYOB is known in Trinidad and Tobago. BYOB is known on the West Coast. BYOB is known, right? We've operated in countries that I can't even pronounce, okay? Because it started with a conversation that went into duplication, that went into from the United States, that went into other countries, that now he's a spokesperson in over 120 countries, that now we have a movement where lives are being changed all around the world. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what this is. And this is why this book is so important. Because what happens is so many of us, we tried a thing. So many of us, we did a thing. So many of us, we had a conversation, but we didn't have a value conversation, and we didn't have mentorship and guidance. We thought we did, but we didn't. And so the reality is now you're part of a movement where we're here and we're focused on your empowerment, okay? Now, it's real simple. It's real simple. It's really, really simple. When you look at this, this is what we mean. You see, right? It says it right here. This is not the sheet. I can't highlight it. But this is that sheet. It says strive for 5. That's it. 5 families. 5. And what's going to ultimately happen is when you strive for 5, what's going to happen is you're going to expose in your first 21 days. You're going to expose those contacts. And that's what, 5 people a day? 5 people a day that you're going to expose. And what's going to ultimately happen is you'll become a platinum 600. I'm going to drive to that in just a minute, okay? We talked about that in detail last week to help you understand the compensation plan. But just know that's $600 a month. But this is where I want you to focus, because there is power in numbers. You see, I need to know that I want to change your life. I have to pick up the phone and call you. There is a difference in let me ask you a question. I'm going to ask you guys a question because I want you to understand the power of a conversation. If I text you some information, can it be taken out of context? If we're going back and forth in a text message, can you take my text message out of context? Have you ever said, I literally text my daughter. I text my daughter. And then she texted me something back. And when she came to the house, I said, why would you? I said, oh, you got some nerve, right? And this is me talking to my child, right? So I'm not the nice person that you hear all the time. But I asked her, I said, oh, you got some nerve. How in the world could you text me that? Like, I'm your mother. Don't you ever forget I'm your mother. And she was like, Mom, what are you talking about? Right? So I said, Mom, what are you talking about? And I read her the text message, but I read it in her voice and her with her attitude rolling her neck. That's what I did. That's how I read it back to her. And she was like, that's not what it said. She said she read the text message and see the exact same sentence because I know my child, then it came out and I read it with an attitude. I read the text message with an attitude. And she was laughing because she was like, that's what I do. Yes, that is what you do. This is who you are, your attitude, right? And I read the text message, but when she read it verbally out loud, it was a completely different message. Same words, different message, right? There's power in conversation. There's power in a conversation. So if I have something that is so powerful, I have something that is so significant, I have something that's so life-changing, do I want to take the chance of you misreading that conversation? Do I want to take the chance that you don't quite grasp what I'm sharing with you? Remember, I'm here to change 5 lives, right? Do I want them to read that and then think, what they trying to get me to do, right? See, I'm exposing you to some life-changing information. Y'all took profit on accident tonight, on accident, right? On accident. So there is a power in my conversation because your response, what are they talking about? Being on whatever. You know how many people text me all the time? Still to this day? I just got blocked on Facebook the other day because somebody was messaging me about something, you know? So I want you to understand that we have to create that value, right? We have to create the value. And I'm the person that'll tell you, if you really want me to do something, then you should probably have a conversation with me and create some value. I got blocked the other day because he couldn't handle me coaching him back because he was trying to blast me with information through a Facebook Messenger. So I want you to understand, like, I don't know, he might like what he does. I don't know. He never got to it because it was a laundry list of information that had nothing to do with what he should have been trying to talk to me about. It wasn't this, and I would have never done it, but I'm like, okay, let's have a little fun. And I did, and I'm telling you this because of the reality is that you do not want to be perceived or received that way. Pick up the phone. And then you want to invite 40, right? 20 confirm, 10 show up. All right. It's all a numbers game. That's it. It's numbers game. So, and stay in control. Stay in control. I just told you, I have somewhere to go. I have somewhere to be. I have a vision. You heard it say a BYOB University. I have somewhere to go. I have somewhere to be. Right now, we have 2 events coming up here at the end of this month. But guess what? Now, when you go to byobmovement.eventbrite.com, I want you to take a look at the fact that there are going to be multiple events taking place in multiple cities and multiple places. I have somewhere to go. I have somewhere to be. Because where I'm going, lives are being changed. I have somewhere to go. I have somewhere to be, right? And so these are the questions. We're here to empower. And I want you guys to answer this in the chat because I want you to feel this. Now, don't feel scripted. Don't ever get scripted. Don't ever get scripted. But I also need to make sure that you make sure you hit these key points. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, right? These are the questions. Have you ever really considered what it would feel like to put you and your family on the other side of money? Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Have you ever considered what it would feel like to put you and your family on the other side of money? Yes, 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 yes. And if somebody ever tells me no, that means they got lost. That means that they're stuck. That means that they quit dreaming. And I'm going to ask you, because we're going to rejuvenate this, okay? We're going to rejuvenate it. Have you ever played That's My House, That's My Car? Have you ever played That's My House, That's My Car? And the answer is yes, right? The answer is yes, because we've all done it. So we've always dreamed, we've always considered, we've always wondered what it would be like. Exactly, we still do. We've all wondered that. And then, of course, when I'm asking you, so just think about this. Over the last 5 to 10 years, just think over the last 5 to 10 years, out of all the money that's flowed through your personal bank account, how much has your bank paid you for using your own money? Drop it in the chat. Now, how does that make you feel? How does it make you feel? We're not anti-bank, we're just pro your household. So if there was a way to learn a skill set, because this is an educational platform, if there was a way to learn a skill set to do exactly what the banks do with their money, would you take advantage of it? Yes, no, maybe so? Would you? Absolutely. So now what you want to do is you want to add them to the Telegram Messenger. And I want you to understand something. We do almost, right? Y'all keep hearing us say over 40. That has grown. Let me update you. Drum roll, please. It is approximately 68 calls a week based on how many a month, based on how many, right? It's like 17 calls a week between the empowerment, the coaching, the mentorship, all of these calls that we do. That's 17. And only 2 of them are about business. What is our focus? Right? What is our focus? Right? What's our focus is the education. But we also have to talk to you about the exposure. So 17 calls a week. That's almost, let's just say almost 70 calls a month, right? Almost. So right there, we're all about empowerment. We're all about education. We're all about making sure you get this information. All you have to do is show up with a burning desire. I just had somebody ask me the other day, how do you do it? And I had never thought about it. I've never thought I hear that all the time, but she actually asked in detail. She broke it down, right? That's what she did. She broke it down. And when she said, it seems like you're always, and I said, actually, I'm freer. I have more time right now. Just like tomorrow morning, I'll be at my daughter's school. I couldn't do that when I was working for somebody else. Right today, she had an accident, right? She fell at school and I had to go take her a change of clothes. That's why when I paused the call this morning, I was like, oh, I'll be there in a minute. And then I went shopping. Okay, it's getting cold. It's time to buy her some new clothes anyway. So I spent the day shopping and doing stuff like that. I can do what I want to do when I want to do it. See, I have more time. I'm free. And you see, this is where we want you want to make that shift. And so this is the ultimate goal because you see, I control my time. So I'm not on the call because I have to be. I'm on the call because I choose to be. It's something I want to do, right? There's a big difference in that. And that's the shift. That's the change. Because I don't ever get tired. But I was tired at work. You see, that's the shift. That's the change. And so what I want to do is add them to the Telegram Messenger, right? We're going to add them to the Telegram. And so when I add them to the Telegram, they get to see that it's not about me. Y'all bear with me for a few more minutes. They get to see that it's not about me. They get to see that it's a bigger cause. It's more people. They get to see individuals. And I'm telling you, I need you to look at those 777s. Welcome to the movement. Welcome to Club 777. Because these are individuals that made a decision to be their own bank. And I want to take them to the website, which I'm going to show you in a moment. Because the website is powerful. The website shows the bigger picture. But nobody shows up to an event. Nobody just shows up to a call, to an economic empowerment call. Nobody just shows up there. They need to be exposed first. They must be exposed first. You must take them through the process, right? You must. Now, let me break this down for you right here, all right? Because I said we enroll with the elite package. If you're not willing to enroll with the elite package, I'm not working with you. I'm going to be very clear up front, all right? I'm not. You see, I know where we're going. I know what you need, right? When you went to school, and we all been to college, well, most of us been to college in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And the professor said, hey, I need you to get this book, that book, and this book. And you're like, why do I need all these books? But you went and spent $100 a book, right? Or $150 a book, right? You ain't got those books. And you were like, I wish I could find those, but you ain't got those books. Did you argue with the professor and tell him, hey, that's not what you need? Did you snap back at the professor and say, hey, that's not what I need? Did we have that conversation? What do? We ain't got the books because the professor said that's what we needed. So they don't know because they're not a part of the movement. They don't know because they're not enrolled. They don't know because they haven't been trained in how to use them yet. You have, you do. So it's absolutely no way you're going to be a part of this movement and set somebody up for failure, because that's what you're doing. If you're not enrolling with the elite package, you're setting them up for the okie doke up front. All right. We're not doing that. We're going to make sure you're empowered. So look at what you get with the elite package. Okay. With the elite package, you're going to have access to all of these tools. And here you see I had to put one over here from a screenshot, but you're going to have access to all of this. This is your enrollment. This is your enrollment. 325, right? This is your enrollment. You see how we round psychological levels, psychological levels, 325. All right. Now, because they have that special on the other package, this is the difference. It's normally like 900 and something. Because if I come trying to a la carte all of this, if I come trying to a la carte, that's what you're going to be investing. All right. So I'm not letting you do that. No, that's not what we're doing. You're enrolling with the elite package. That's it. If this is where that commitment comes in. Are you committed to your success? Are you committed to your future? Are you committed to doing things that's going to put you on the other side? Because if you have a shortcut mentality, a shortcut mindset, then you're going to have a shortcut outcome, right? That's what you're going to have. I haven't met one person that plugs into the YouTube channel that feels that they don't need to enroll, that, guess what? That's actually walking in that profit and that wealth that they want to. All right. So we're not going to have a shortcut mentality. That's the energy and the vibration that you're putting out there. All right. Now, look, this is what the FOREX, look what you get. Nothing. You get nothing, right? Let's compare. Look at this right here. Look at what's at the top. You see, I had a red flag. Y'all seen on Facebook, red flag, red flag, red flag. That's a red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. Okay, we're not operating in red flags. So it would be 225, but they had a special from the convention, but we're not doing that. All right, we're not doing that. You are not setting somebody up. What do they get? Nothing. Then you start talking about shopping cart. So they get nothing. They have nothing but the education. They don't have access to one tool. They don't have access to anything. They don't have access. No, we're not setting them up for failure. Absolutely not. Okay. This is why. So I put it here to compare. When I enroll with the lead package, I have access to everything. And then you also see where you start seeing all of the tools. Are we in agreement? Are you with me? Can I get a 555 in the chat? 55. See, I'm not here to just recruit. This is what I mean by we don't recruit. We don't recruit. We empower. We expose and we empower. All right. We don't recruit. We empower. We expose people. So if I'm going to empower you, if I'm going to empower you, then I'm going to make sure that you're empowered. Right. That's what we're going to do. So if I'm willing to give you everything that I have, but you have to come to the table with your desire and your commitment. You have to come to the table with all of that. Right. Let's look at this chart again as we get ready to close out. All right. Now, what we talked about last week, I'm not going to go in as much detail as last week, so you guys are going to have to go back. But I want to help you understand the power of that 5, right? The 5, the 25, the 125, and the 625. I want you to understand that, right? We talked about volume. All right. This is our volume that we need to have. Now, I understand that when they break it down, you see, when you log into your back office, you see 3, and then they only focus on the 3. We focus on 5. I just showed you if I need to go back again, right? Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back, right? When I'm here, 5 families, 25 families, 125, 625. Write those numbers down. Write those numbers down. Take a screenshot. 5, 25, 125, 625. You writing it down? We got it? We got it? All right. Now, okay, when I look at this, okay, let's talk volume. The volume for an enrollment, is 195. So when I help 5 families, what's my volume? I want to show you how it's not all on you, right? This is what they look, we're going to compound family. We're going to empower families. You're going to compound in every part of your life. So what is this? What is the number? 5 families times 195 is what? Somebody get a calculator. Somebody get a calculator. Yeah, now y'all been with me long enough to know we'll sit here. I'm trying to end this call, but I have to let you know. 5 times 195. There we go. 975. 975. There we go. So now by helping 5 and helping 5, what have I done for myself? What have I done what have you done? Where did you put yourself, right? So the platinum 150 is $150 a month residual income. Now you're offsetting. You can take that and fund your trade account and get started, or you're offsetting your tuition, right? That's what you're doing, because this is where my volume is. So now when I start helping them do the same thing, What's 25 times 195 at the volume? What's 25, right? Because now we at 25. What's 25 times 195? Exactly. So what is my residual income a month? I'm a platinum what? Exactly. So now I've helped 5 families that are learning a skill set and changing their legacy, and help them do the same thing. And now I'm receiving $1,000 a month residual income, right? $1,000 a month residual income. Now I help them do the same thing, right? So the power sort, we're looking for 5, right? Everybody's only looking for 5. We're looking for 5. So now I'm at 125 because I helped them do the same thing. So 125 times 195 is what? Exactly. So now where am I at in the compensation plan? Where am I in the compensation plan? Right? So if I have 24, I'm a platinum 5. So I help 5 people help somebody else, empower people. So if I'm a platinum 5,000, what is my residual income? Wait, where we at? 24. We're at 24. Oh, you're right. No, you're right. Because it jumps. But that's still $2,000 a month residual income. And I had the numbers right here in my face. So that's still $2,000 a month, right? Residual income. Will that change some things in your life? $2,000 a month just for helping people? $2,000 a month just for helping people? $2,000 a month just for helping people. Will that change some things in your life? So now let's keep helping people help people. Let's keep helping people help people. So now you help them do the same thing, right? I'm gonna help them do the same thing. The same thing. What number am I at right now? 625. 625 is my number. See this multiplication that started at 1. 625 is my number. So what position? So what is that? What is that? 121,875. So what is that? I'm in here somewhere, right? So what chairman 10 is what? $10,000 a month residual income. $10,000 a month residual income for helping, for serving. $10,000 a month for serving. $10,000 a month for helping. $10,000 a month for empowering. $10,000 a month. So now, when I go back and I say, okay, Have you ever considered, right? That phone is not so heavy right now, is it? Have you ever considered what it would feel like to put you and your family on the other side of money, right? Over the last 5 to 10 years, out of all the money that's flowed through your personal bank account, how much has your bank paid you for using your own money? Now, how does that make you feel? If there was a way to learn a skill set that could help you, if there was a way to learn a skill set where you could learn how to do exactly what the banks are doing with your money, would you take advantage of it? What is your answer? So let me ask you this: does that deserve a phone call? Does a person that you love and care about, do they deserve a conversation? Do they deserve a conversation? So now that you understand exactly what this conversation plan means, exactly the reality is that I'm gonna empower you, right? Empower people, right? It's a win-win situation. It is a win-win situation. And just imagine, like, I cannot tell you how ecstatic I am, how grateful and thankful I am that I received that I sat down and I took that meeting. I cannot tell you how grateful I am, because when my son is in there saving money to buy a car in cash, he doesn't want to finance anything. He's never went to school with a student loan. Can I just have a testimony? I love y'all testimonies, but I want you to understand, because I know what student loans feel like. I know what it's like to try to get that from over your head. But my child has gone to college, right? And don't have a student and is not doing student loans. So we understand the shift? When my daughter at 7 is talking about assets accumulation, right? So I'm grateful and thankful that I had that conversation. I'm grateful and thankful that I said yes. I am so excited, right? That we're here making a shift. You understand the power behind a movement. And you see, when you come to this website, why do I want to take somebody to this website? Why do I want to come here? Why is it I want to see this information, right? Let's just take a look at this for just a moment. I mean, as this pulls up, as we close out, I just wanted you to look at the caliber individuals, right? The people, the people who've accepted the challenge to be their own bank, right? The people. So I don't need to get anybody. I don't need anybody to do anything, because I'm going with or without you. Tell me yes. Tell me no. Tell me quick, because I got to go. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, you really have the power in your own hands to be your own bank. You have the power in your own hands to shift lives and legacies. You have the power. I mean, look at this one. Look at this one. 6 figures in 6 months. Who is compounding? Give me an 888 in the chat. Oh my gosh, right? Who's compounding? Who's making it happen? Who's getting it done? Right? We're compounding. Look at all these 888s. I don't have a problem sharing this information with anybody. I don't, because I know it works. The results are there. You all are doing it. Well, if I have not taken a trade or have, the results are, the proof is there. Look at what's transpiring. Look at what's happening. Look at the lives being changed. I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a movement. We are an economic empowerment movement. We're changing lives. A shift is here. A shift is happening. A change is happening. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just here to tell you right now, Club 777. But I'm telling you, you want to empower yourself to be your own bank. So if you're ready, are you ready? Are you ready? Now, see, we can put this on the song, on the playlist. Whole squad ready, right? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to be a change agent? Are you ready to walk in your excellence? Are you ready to really, ready? Are you ready to make a difference? Are you ready to make a destiny decision to be your own bank? So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, the path has been laid. It's a yellow brick road to success. You just have to make a decision tonight if you're going to make it happen. You just have to make a decision tonight if you're going to walk through it. You just have to make a decision tonight. Is your vision worth it? Are you worth it? What's your value? Are you ready? Are you empowered? Are you ready to be that change agent. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, tomorrow, remember tomorrow, I will see you at 5 a.m. There is no 9 o'clock call tomorrow, right? I live life on my terms, right? So, tomorrow, 5 a.m., no 9 a.m., I will be at my daughter's school. They have an event at her school. And then it's a holiday week. So Thursday's a holiday. So there are no calls on Thursday. No calls. No calls on Thursday. So with that, I love each and every last one of you guys. And I will see you at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. God's will. Let's just go out and be great. And let's change the world one family at a time. 2 million strong. 2 million strong. Let's get it done.